Right, guys, I'm going to give you some first impressions of the new F1 car that iracing have. Well, it's not a new F1 car, but it's basically they've done a new tyre model on it, and they've changed loads of stuff on it. So I'm just going to give you some first impressions on it. I did drive the old one just before this one got released, so I'd have some sort of benchmark, and it was a nightmare. Like, I'm talking crazy. It just, any sort of throttle out of a corner and it just spun the car. It just had it felt like it had way too much power for what it was, and it was not an easy car. You know, you couldn't really play with it at all. The corners were just, you couldn't get a smooth corner out of it. It wasn't good, and basically so many people moaned about it that they ended up switching back to the old Williams car for the official kind of F1 series. But you know, like, F1 games is kind of what got me into racing in the first place. Like with God, it must have been like F1, well, one of the very original F1 games. You know, so you know, I'm a massive F1 fan, but I just never got on with the iRacing version of it. So I'm kind of hoping that this one will be different. And so I've done a few apps in it, but not many. So I'll take it out and I'll let you, and we'll have a little drive. I've got to say, it feels pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, this is awesome. Like, it really is good. Like, it grips. So I'm currently on the medium compound, and yeah, it just feels like it's got a ton of grip. It really does. And it just feels like you can play with it a bit more. Feels like you're not just gonna, like, you know, you can put your foot straight back on the throttle. I should have actually included the my pedals are doing, but honestly, before, any sort of big throttle inputs and you're just going around. Whereas this is just, you know, I had to graduate on the throttle a little bit there, but not hugely, you know, and it's just, it's awesome. I'm still trying to work out the ERS system on it. That's why I've got that little box up. Oh, that's lovely. You get that little bit of slip, but it's just so much better than it was before, honestly.
Alright, Tim, you need to watch the track limits.
Obviously, I'm still learning this car, so it's not going to be the best app you've ever seen in the world, but the car gets very squirrely there, but it's controllable, you know, that's the thing. Oh, lovely, lovely jubbly. Yes. This is a game changer for iRacing, honestly. This is a proper Formula 1 car you can drive. I mean, look, undoubtedly I'm kind of, see, that was nice as well, the fact it just locked that front right like that. Very nice indeed. But this is epic, honestly. This is epic. It just feels like you're not instantly gonna lose a car on every single corner. It's just brilliant. I would say they've dumbed it down a little bit. You know what I mean? It feels a bit, don't pound me forever for this, but it feels a bit more like the Codemasters ones, you know? But kind of like on steroids. There we go. See, that wouldn't have happened on Codemasters, put it like that, right? But it's just, it's just brilliant, you know, absolutely lovely. It just feels like you can play with it. So I say I'm probably like 4 seconds off the pace from the, what, That corner's much better in third, actually. You know, and this is baseline setup. I'm opening DRS, but in terms of the deploy settings, I have no idea what's going on. No idea at all what's going on with it. There's no indication on the actual steering wheel as to what's happening. It's got that deploy setting, which is currently on A. But if you look at, as I adjust it, so that's gone down to 50%. You see on the bottom right. So now, so 25%. So target battery, SOC request, 25%.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
So I have no real idea. And it says target battery, 75%. So I think it means it's aiming for 75%. But then you can't change that, which is weird. Do you think you'd be able to change that bit? It seems to be recovering battery now. So on this mode, it seems to be recovering battery, but yeah, I don't know. Because I think they've changed the way this works since I last kind of really tried to get into this car. Because you could adjust recovery, like the recovery of the battery as well. And that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Yeah, sorry. So at the minute, this is on the lowest mode, I think, because it's currently recovering battery. Yeah, I don't know. 1:37. Is that a good time? Who knows? Probably not. So yeah, I think they've dumbed it down. I'll be honest. I think they've dumbed down the ERS system a bit. Well, that's just graphics, isn't it? Oh, this is so good. Honestly, this is brilliant. The very hardcore might say this is too easy to drive, but honestly, I think it's just right. It's just right. I've done a really good job with it. Okay, so the battery's going down a lot more now, so I don't really want this just to be a ERS discussion. I'm trying to work out how it works, but I kind of just wanted to give you really a heads up of what's going on. My only concern really is that because they've made quite a big deal about the tyres, so you've got like soft, medium and hards, and I just have a feeling from the testing I've done that it's just going to be hards. I mean, obviously, like I say, I've only done a few laps in this car, but like, it'd be interesting to see. Okay, so hang on. Sorry, I'm just going back to the ERS. I'm just trying to work out what's going on. So the target battery has gone down now to 25%. I don't know why. I think it only changes at the start of a lap. So maybe if I'm going to put it up to 75% now, and I'll see if when I cross the start-finish line, that now changes. Yeah, because I've requested, haven't I? Right, so it's been on the highest ERS mode then, so where it's trying to drain the battery down to 25%, and it basically hasn't managed to do it. So it'll be interesting now, when we cross the line, that deploy setting should now change, where it will try and recover battery.
Okay, Tim, we need to watch these track limits.
Slight lock up there. I'll be very interested to see what the battery, what the tyres are like. Yeah, you see, right, so it's gone down to 75%. Gone up to 75% even. God, it's hard to talk and drive this car. Honestly, it's it requires your full attention, I'll tell you that much. Whee, around we go. See, Before, you'd have been off. 100% you would not have saved that. Yeah, so it's now trying to recover battery, but it's... Honestly, you don't really...
Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds. Slower than your best.
I don't think I'd really notice it that much. But it's quite like a fine kind of adjustment, I think. Be interesting going down the back straight actually, see if I'm if I lose time there or not. Yeah, it's definitely not as fast actually. So that adds a bit of strategy, but it's a bit weird that you can't kind of there's no push to pass button or anything, you know. You would expect there to be a push to pass maybe. I don't know. Like I say, I think they might have just kind of really done. Hey, there we go. That might be the tyres going because that wasn't doing that before, I tell you. Which would be great if it is. How many laps have I done on these mediums now? 7. So it doesn't seem like a lot, I'll be honest, but... Is that real time tyres? That's probably the little run I did before. I did a few laps before. I was spinning quite a bit, so... I don't know. Let's do a few more laps and we'll see. I see my battery, it's targeting 75%, but it's not really going up that fast. So like I say,
Sector 1 is 2.6, slower than your best.
Formula 1 is kind of should be more about kind of using energy at different points to go, you know, like, you know, really save it at some parts and use it at other parts, and
You're outside of track limits there.
that's kind of half the fun of Formula 1 these days, isn't it? But yeah, the ERS doesn't seem to make that much difference, but like I say, it's such a minor thing compared to the actual driving experience, and this just, you know, feels really fast but kind of controllable, but kind of out of control controllable, if that makes any sense at all. It probably doesn't, does it? It's like, it feels like right on the edge, but you can just about control it. Whoa, then again, see, there's no way I'd have saved that in the old car. iRacing has kind of snap oversteer issues with this tyre model, and this car really accentuated that. But it feels like now they've kind of they've really kind of sorted it. Right, so the battery charge is now going up. So what I'm going to try and do is maybe request it down to 25%. Yeah, tyres are going a little bit now. Yeah, it's like I say, I'm going to request it. No, is that the right button? I haven't got these mapped properly.
Sector 1 is 3.2 seconds, off your best.
That's DRS, isn't it? There we go. Right, so it's now... So next lap, it should be dumping battery basically to try and get the battery down to 25%. So
Mind these track limits, please, Tim.
and we'll go for a quick lap. We'll see what we can do. I'll try and concentrate. And then we'll bring it in and see what kind of tyre wear we got. And I'll do some final thoughts. How much fuel have I got left? Loads. Absolutely loads. Right, so you should see that target battery actual might go up a little bit. Down to 25% as we cross the line. There we go. Right, so it should now dump some battery. it's not, Delta's not great.
Sector 1 is 0.2 off your best.
I don't know where to change because the rev indicator sort of says to change, but you've still got tons of revs left. Kind of goes blue at 11.4, but you've got till like 12.8.
Sector 2 time is good.
So I don't know. But it's definitely dumping battery, isn't it? Never mind. Technically won't count, but
20
yeah.
minutes, this light will be deleted.
Yeah, I like that little locking on the inside. It's just adds a bit of a. Ah, no, 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 no. Ah, that could have been a good one. Oh well. Let's take it back to the pits. Oh, that was for a good one. Gutted. That's where, if you push this car, it'll bite, but you can actually drive it. What's my fastest lap? Let's just go to that one. And there it goes. Yeah. It's very bouncy on track, isn't it? It's bouncing up and down. Right, so tyres were wearing. Look at that, down to 59%. So, yeah, it's good that there's some wear and you might be able to do different things. But like I say, the driving makes such a big difference in this car. If you nail it, you're going to be faster, basically, you know. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem. If you nail the driving of this car, it doesn't matter if you're on hards or softs. You know, a lap on hards, you can be faster than a lap on softs. So my thoughts are that everyone is going to be going hard tyre and just trying to make it last to the end. I don't, you know what I mean? They're quite long races, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm quite interested in this series. I might have a look at doing it. Just have to see what happens, really. But very excited about this car. Absolutely brilliant car. If you don't own it and you like F1, just buy it. Honestly, it's that good. How good the series will be, whether there'll be enough participation. It was quite a quiet series last time out, so who knows. But honestly, my first impressions, they've done a great job in this car. The tyre model's obviously helped loads. So yeah, if you're thinking about buying it, then definitely go ahead and do so. Right, thanks guys. So yeah, join me later on for the Alpha race, the Alfa Romeo Championship. Is at Mugello in the 75. So yeah, it should be. I've got shit tons of ballast in that one, so it should be interesting. But anyway, catch you in the next one.